Cutting ties with narcissistic people. Hey guys, John here, sitting out here on the back deck drinking my apple cider. I wanted to hop on today and talk about dealing with a person from your past who just won't let go. A long time ago, I had a very, very, very close friend, my best friend at the time, without a doubt. The person who knew more about me than anybody else, knew all of the issues and traumas of my life. And we ended up in a business kind of partnership together. We had a deal. And the deal was the business was 50-50, period. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. During the process of working together, there was a schism that happened that separated us, and it on my side of it came out of the blue. I had no idea we even had a problem, and suddenly I was being told how terrible I was, what a rotten person I was, and how I'm a narcissist and all kinds of terrible stuff. And I was shocked and amazed because I had no clue. I literally had no clue that anything was going on like that. So we ended up parting company. But we still had this business thing together. And I was informed one day that they wanted me to give up my half. And I said, no, it's my story. I can't tell my story if, it's already been told. But years go by, and that story has been out there and been making not a lot of money, but a little bit of money for years. People find it and buy it. And what's interesting is that I've never received a dime from it. And what I find is every so often now, I'll get a message out of the blue wanting to reconnect. And I know the reason this is happening is because I'm being very public on YouTube, and people are seeing me and talking about me and putting me out there and saying, look, I've had this connection with John. And so now this person is coming back into my life, and they're trying to reinstitute themselves into my experience. And I don't want to go there. And that's my personal choice. But the reason I wanted to make this video has nothing to do with that relationship, really. But I needed you to have the context of that relationship to talk about what I did want to talk about. When you cut someone out of your life, there's always a reason. The concept of feeling guilty about cutting somebody out of your life is a personal choice. You feel like you've done something wrong, and if you've done something wrong, then you're unlovable. And when you come to the space of realizing that sometimes people are just toxic, and people need to be cut out of your life. And what was really interesting in this exchange with this person recently was they wrote me a letter saying they wanted to mail me something. Well, for years, I had not given out my address for various reasons. And I definitely didn't want her to have my address at all. And I asked her why. I said, the last time I received anything in the mail from you was this nasty letter where you called me a narcissist and all these things. And it got spun around to be how I was attacking her. And it couldn't have been further from the truth. I was speaking with exactly what happened. But when someone comes back to you and you've cut them out of your life and they're trying to bring themselves back into your life, you always have the choice. You always have the choice. But you have to remember, people who are coming at you and have been negative in the past, if you cut them off again, they will then start going to everyone that you know in common and start bad-mouthing you to them. Well, when this happens, you need to realize a couple things. The people who know both of you literally know who you are, and they know who they are. And what's interesting about the concept of this is that knowing who they are and knowing who you are, they're going to choose a side probably. Hopefully not, but they probably are. And the more calm you are, the more unhurtful you are, the less likely you're going to have them think poorly of you because of what this other person says. My life is lived lovingly. When I left spirituality a long time ago, I didn't really leave spirituality. I just started teaching it in a way that I wasn't so overtly open about my past life stuff. Now that I'm back and I'm very open about it, I'm getting a little bit of recognition for that story. And now, the people who see opportunity try to latch on. And I can understand that. But you have the choice. You have the ability to step out of it. You have the ability to say, I am not bringing that back into my life. You can forgive. And she has her own path to walk, right? Or he has his own path to walk. Or they have their own path to walk. They can go walk their path. You don't have to walk the same path with them, no matter what they try to do to bring you back into, or to insert themselves back into your life. In the end, what I've done is I have removed myself from being able to be contacted. I have removed myself from the connection to that project that we were on together because, that's what she wanted. She wanted entire ownership of it. So God bless her. Let her have it. In your life, remember, it's your life. And people trying to inject themselves into your life and manipulate their way around for their own gain, you are allowed to say no. No can be a complete sentence. And you are allowed to say, I don't want that much. The experience I had with you before, I don't want to do that again. And the conversation I had with this person started out with exactly the same as it was 20 years ago. So I have no intention to ever be involved in that situation again. And it's not out of animosity or anger. It's about of my own self saying, I'm creating a joyful life, and that person and I don't respond joyfully. That person and I don't interact well. And so that person and I should separate. And I think it's important that you realize that is always your choice. That is always your choice. And if they keep coming back, you can cut them off. I have been very grateful to have cut this person off for years, and now that my YouTube channel is getting big, they're trying to come back into my life because now they see opportunity. But I'm not going to, in this situation, bring that person back into my life because I know how they've treated me for all these years. I know this project that we had together, I know they've profited from it for years. So I'm not going there. And I didn't mean to make this a venting session, which it has become. The situation we had all those years ago was all those years ago. That's the past. You don't look back if you want to go forward, or you just run into a tree. That's what Robin Williams said. So I'm not looking back because I don't want to run into a tree, because I know looking back will put me running into a tree. I wish this person well. I hope they come to a place where they truly can love instead of constantly being defensive. And I really hope that in good time and quick time, they can come to a place of truly loving themselves enough and respecting themselves enough to know that, if your word is good, your word is good. And if your word isn't good, then that's going to come back on you. So this has been kind of a rambling video, and I know it has. But I wanted to come on and do this video because it's been on my mind, because this has been a very interesting experience with someone who was so close and really abused that relationship and abused the information they had about my life, and then tried to come back when things got good in my world. There's intention in that too. And I have no intention of inviting that kind of experience back into my life. So I just wanted to say this, and I hope this finds you all well. The sun is going down, so I guess I better sign off soon. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.